Cast reunions, tofu tales, and more weddings than you might expect. Melissa Rauch has been pretty busy since The Big Bang Theory came to an end. The Big Bang Theory ran for 12 seasons from 2007 until 2019. Fans of the show fell in love with Melissa Rauch when her character Bernadette first appeared in Season 3.
Gosh, Amy, I'm sensing a little hostility. Is it maybe because, like Sheldon's work, your sex life is also theoretical?
All these years later, the cast is still close.
We've never fallen out of love.
Aside from staying friendly, the actors have occasionally reunited on professional projects as well. Rauch has appeared on Mayim Bialik's podcast, for example, as well as appearing on Celebrity Jeopardy during Bialik's time as host. Meanwhile, Rauch and Kunal Nair had a mini reunion when Nair guest starred on Rauch's hit sitcom Night Court in 2024.
We'll always be a part of each other's lives.
100%.
It's family forever.
Yeah.
In 2019, Rauch branched out into the literary world with her children's book, The Tales of Tofu. This book is about a little cube of tofu and includes family-friendly recipes to promote healthy eating. Rauch's daughter Sadie was a toddler when the book was published and served as inspiration for its message. As Rauch told People magazine, "I find that whenever you're trying to introduce your kid to anything, books are such a great way to do that." Rauch explained that she and her daughter enjoyed preparing the tofu-based meals together, even if Sadie was mostly just watching. She explained, "It's exciting even from just a young age having kids get involved in the process, and then they feel excited to try what they made." In May 2020, Rauch announced the birth of her second child, a son named Brooks. The actor took to Instagram to share her happy news, posting a sweet pic to mark the occasion. But Rauch's son entered the world in a somewhat unusual manner, as he was born during the height of the COVID-19 pandemic. This meant that Rauch gave birth alone with only medical personnel by her side. In an essay for Glamour, she recalled, "Although the hospital I was delivering at did allow birth partners, my husband had to stay home with our daughter since our original plan of having family come to town, as well as our backup plans, were no longer options due to COVID-19. In the birth announcement, Rauch gave a special shout-out to her doctors and nurses, who she called frontline heroes. She added, "Words can't describe how grateful I am to have this baby boy join our family, but to say that it is a surreal time to be bringing life into the world is an understatement."
Is it my voice? Am I too bossy?
My arm is feeling numb.
Fans of The Big Bang Theory will recognize the high-pitched voice of Bernadette anywhere, but Melissa Rauch sounds quite different from her character in real life. On an episode of The Rubin Report in 2013, Rauch shared the inspiration for Bernadette's voice.
Bernadette's voice is very similar to my mother's, except without the Jersey accent.
Bernadette's voice was actually Rauch's own creation. She decided to try it out during her audition, hoping to stand out from the competition.
And I was just very nervous in that waiting room, and there was so many people there, and it's like I wanted to try something different.
Rauch's talent for doing voices has served her well in the entertainment industry, as she has voiced characters on series such as Ant-Man and Robot Chicken, as well as the animated film Batman and Harley Quinn.
I don't make deals with psychopaths.
Sociopath. Sociopath.
After The Big Bang Theory wrapped, Rauch continued to do voice work, most notably on the popular children's shows The Chicken Squad and Firebuds. After Rauch starred on The Big Bang Theory, one young fan inspired her to use her celebrity platform for a charitable cause. Oscar Keogh was just 3 years old when he was diagnosed with a type of terminal brain cancer called diffuse intrinsic pontine glioma. Oscar's mother reached out to Rauch via Instagram as her son was a big Bernadette fan, and the two formed a close friendship. Oscar tragically died at the age of 5, and Rauch and the Keogh family started Oscar's Kids, a nonprofit to raise funds and bring awareness to this rare and devastating form of pediatric cancer. Discussing her experience in the nonprofit realm, Rauch told Forbes, "As far as my background and not having experience running a charity, the only thing I can authentically say is that I had the passion for becoming an advocate for this cause based on one of the most inspirational friendships in my life." In 2021, Oscar's Kids received sponsorships and funding from a variety of organizations, including the NFL and the Four Seasons Maui. The money raised went to Stanford, where researchers worked on treatments and a potential cure for DIPG. Rauch told Forbes, "I feel like with having the platform that I do, it was paramount to me that I do something good with that and try and make a difference." In 2023, Rauch returned to the small screen in a big way. Starring on Night Court, a reboot of the popular 80s sitcom, Rauch plays Judge Abby Stone, daughter of the show's original judge, Harry T. Stone. Original series star Harry Anderson sadly died in 2018, but many of the show's original cast members returned for the reboot, including John Larroquette, who plays lawyer Dan Fielding. Rauch gushed about her co-star on Late Night with Seth Meyers, describing their relationship as having a major imbalance.
He's just a powerful presence. Me, on the other hand, I hang on him like I am an elf on the shelf.
Rauch has also revealed that her kids now think she's a judge in real life, and that she hasn't bothered to correct them.
They've seen the posters for it. They're like, Mom's a judge. I'm like, yes, I am.
Melissa Rauch may not be a judge in real life, but she is qualified to officiate weddings. In fact, it was interacting with the live studio audience on Night Court that inspired her decision to become ordained. She told The Talk, "What I like to do is go out into the studio audience and marry our audience members, which is so exciting. I just feel bad because I never told them I'm not ordained. So there might be people operating as such, and if that's the case, I apologize. But if we get a season 2, I will be ordained, and then you could come back." Luckily, the show was renewed, and Rauch made good on her promise.
For our hiatus, I officially got ordained so that I can actually marry people in our audience.
Have you married anyone?
I have.